Hello everyone, Alex here, and today I want to talk about Windows management and macOS. And in the latest macOS Sequoia update, Apple finally gave us ability to manage our Windows. Now we have Stage Manager in our arsenal, and we have basic Windows management that let us snap windows in screen edge, move them around, arrange windows in a grid layout, and so on. For most users, this will be more than enough. However, for power users who need more advanced features, let's explore the alternative, because the market is packed with options right now. There's a lot of free options, there's paid options. And the first thing I do when I'm choosing some app is to go to Reddit, because the Reddit is the best source for information for, well, pretty much everything. And I don't know who created this document, but I'll share the link with you so you can check it out too. This document called Definitive Mac App Comparisons. And I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who created this list. Here we can see that we have 17 different applications, each combining various sets of features, but I found some more apps that are not included in this list. We'll test drive each app, checking out features, performance, and customization options. By the end, you will have all the information you need to pick the perfect one for your workflow. So let's get started. And let's start with the rectangle. There's two versions, rectangle and rectangle pro for $10. But let's start with the free one and see what we can get for free. So from my understanding, it's pretty simple app, and only one feature make it different than default window management we get in macOS Sequoia. It's to-do mode. So what to-do mode is doing, it's basically, for example, if we open this text editor, and we want to make it as to-do list. So basically we can pin this app and reserve this space for this app. And no matter what happens, this space will be reserved for this our to-do app. But let's go to the settings and see what we can get there. So here's a whole bunch of different layout, and we can reassign all the shortcuts. And here we can set up snap area and how window will be activated by dragging into the different snap area. We can change that. Here's the general settings, but we'll move to the Rectangle Pro. Okay, let's continue with the Rectangle Pro. As we can see, there's some more interesting features, but let's open settings menu and let's see what we can get there. So we can see this fancy settings window, and here we can see we have options for throw window. So we can assign modifier keys, and for example, let's open some window. We can press, in my case, it's a control option, and we can drag window by that, or we can assign this modifier key as a mouse button, and we can drag window into the snap areas. There's also interesting stuff, quick throw. So you can assign modifier key, and then you can, for example, if you want to move window to the left, you can assign different key combination and move this window there. I'm not quite sure why it might be useful to have two different settings for that, but it's flexible for someone maybe. And let's go to the shortcuts. So here we can see a whole bunch of different layouts we can assign for different shortcuts. We can change snap area, and also can customize size and position. So for example, for this window, we can capture size and position of this window, and then we can assign shortcuts for this size and position. It will be custom size and position that we can use in future. Then we can assign app layout. So we can add some more window, for example, we can do it like that, and then we can grab this layout and save it, and then we can reuse this layout for those windows, and we can trigger this layout on a display connected or display disconnected, or trigger on wake or bring windows to front, and all of that stuff. So that's quite interesting. So when we connect another display, so we can apply layout at this moment. That's quite interesting. Another interesting feature of the Rectangle Pro is stash. So let's activate stash and let's stash all. And so what we can do is just modify our window into the tabs, into the hidden tabs. So we can have here some kind of active app, which is we actively use. And as a tab, we can hover cursor into this tab and activate different window hidden into these areas. Also, we have here pin mode. So we can pin some application, for example, to do app into the side of the screen. This area is not going to be used for snapping window. From this, we can change what we want to see in this menu. So the next app is Moom from Many Tricks. Price of this app is $15. It's quite interesting app. Let's go and run this app, and here we can run some actions directly from the menu, but let's go to the settings and see how it works. So from this app, everything is happening from this palette. So we can choose where we want to run this palette. And in our case, when we hover mouse over this green dot, we get this palette and we can customize it. We can make it smaller, bigger, and all that stuff. And also we can resize our windows using those actions. And we can add some more actions. If we go to the file, we can create new actions. And here, how many actions we can create. We can resize, we can center, move to another display. And what's interesting, we can make change of those actions. For example, we can move our window to the next screen and then resize it as we want. So let's create some new actions. For example, we want to center this window and center of display in actual display center. And then we can go to the palette and add this action to our palette. We can also assign custom shortcuts for any actions we have here. And also if we don't want to every time move mouse into this green dot, we can run this palette from custom menu using custom shortcut. And then we can run those actions from this menu, something like that. Another interesting feature of the Moom, we can save layout for the windows, and then we can also assign those layouts to our palette. And when we need to move our window and resize them to a specific way we want, we can just run it directly from here. Another interesting feature, we can resize window by using cells of the screen. Here we can specify how many cells we want to have. For example, we want to have 9 by 9. And let's try to resize this window. So here's a more flexible way how we can resize it, or we can choose it from menu. Quite interesting app, and you can download trial version. And here's the about 100 actions you can run for free. And then if you like it, you can buy it for $15. And let's move to the next app. So the next app is Magnet, and it's quite simple app, and the price of this app is, let's check this out, it's $5, but I already bought it. As all the previous app, we can run some actions directly from the main menu, but let's open settings and check this out, what we can customize in this app. So all the actions we can see here, we can run directly from hovering this green dot as we do it in Moom. If we go to the settings, we can customize all of those commands, or we can create our own command. When we create command, we can resize window, for example, like that, using this matrix, and then we can assign custom keyboard shortcut. And that's probably it. That's all we have. So if you want something quite simple, but with a custom size of window, that's probably for you. And we are moving forward. So the next app is One Piece, and this app is super multifunctional app. Just take a look on the amount of settings of this application. You can set up wherever you want. And so this app allows us different way switch between windows. It also has snap area and all of that stuff. As a regular window management app, you can also run actions from here. And what also interesting, this app provides snapping between windows. So for example, if I'm going to press that one and press command key and choose, for example, left 2/3, and it asking me what app and what window I want to see at the left of this window. So if I choose that one, I can resize both of those windows. It's quite interesting. Then I can remove them and we can use as a regular app. Check this out, this window switcher. You can even make a preview of the window and switch to it. You can filter windows by space, and you can filter window by application name and all that stuff. Super interesting app. And if I'm gonna cover all of those features, it probably will take entire day. So definitely worth to check. So the next super interesting app, BentoBox. The price of this app is $9 for one Mac. Let's see what's make this app is unique. Here's our icon, and if we open icon, we can open layout editor, and we can create different layout on the go as we want. So for example, we can divide the screen to this section, create another section, then we can divide this section into 2 parts, and now we have these sections, and then we can put windows into those sections. That's quite interesting idea. idea, and you can have different sets of the layouts, and you can also assign shortcuts for these layouts. It's quite interesting idea, and I'm gonna probably use that. So next app in our list is Emmet app, and idea of this app is quite interesting. So you can create group of windows, and then you can assign windows into those groups, and also you can move windows from one group to another. I like that idea. Design is super simple. Price for this app it's $90, and there's no trial, no demo or something like that. Okay, we're gonna buy and try how does it work, and let's see how it works. So here we have some spaces. Let's remove some spaces first and then create. Let's do something like that and call it left and assign some kind of shortcut and hit done. Then let's try to assign this window into this group, and it doesn't work. Okay, maybe something wrong with my key combinations. Let's try this one. So it basically doesn't work. I don't know why, but I tried, and seems like I have to ask about refund. Sorry, Emmet. Idea is good, but realization it's probably, but maybe it's something wrong from my side. So the next app is SizeUp, and price for this app is $13, and let's check this out, what it's capable for. I already installed it, so as usual, we can run some actions directly from menu. Let's open preferences and let's check this out. Okay, shortcuts. There's a set of shortcuts, what we can do. It's not super customizable, but it's do like a bare minimal for Windows management and nothing more. And yeah, that's it. $13. It's do what it should do. Looks okay. And yeah, nothing special. So if you need like a super simple window management where you can reassign some actions, that's probably you can use it for. That's it. So the next app from the list is Tiles, and seems like this app haven't updated for a while, because as we can see on this website, it looks like straight from 2000s. It's running on macOS El Capitan, Sierra, and High Sierra. So it seems like this is already dead. Rest in peace, Tiles. So the next app I do really like. It's completely free, and it's constantly evolving, and developer adding a lot of new features super frequently. And I already installed it, and let's check this out. And fun fact, the longer you use this app, you unlocking new icons. For example, for this icon, to unlock 83 loops left. So let's check this out, how it works. So let's open SizeUp. And I have assigned left control as an action button for the loop. And let's press control. Let's move mouse somewhere. So if I press mouse on the center, it maximize window. And let's start moving mouse into the screen, and see it's resizing and moving window where we want. And also snapping window also works. It works super fast. It's super fluently. And let's check this out. What settings we have here? We can change accent color. We can change radial menu. Let's choose preview. And if you choose preview, you can see this kind of blank window. But if you disable that, you can see actual window. Here's the key buttons you can use with this app. I do really like this app. So I also want to mention that you can manage your windows using Keyboard Maestro. And in that case, managing windows is just a small part of that you can do using Keyboard Maestro. You can create super complex scenarios. So for example, at the beginning of the day, you can run different applications you need, check email, I don't know, answer to your email and all of that stuff, move files and whatever you want. So here's a lot of different actions you can use. This is super flexible way how you can use Keyboard Maestro to manage your windows. Another super powerful app, it's BetterTouchTool, and BetterTouchTool also allows you to manage your windows. This app allows you to customize every input method you have on your computer. So touch bar, mouse, keyboard, whatever you have. And if you want to customize it and have also capabilities of window management, check this out and you're not going to regret, because I use this app for a while, and this super cool app. And as part of a BetterTouchTool, there's like a separate app, BetterSnapTool, also provide you some options to manipulate windows, so you can create some different snap areas and assign different key combinations to it. So it's a little bit simpler, but it's just doing its job. Another super cool app for automation your routine tasks is Hamerspoon. And Hamerspoon also allows you to manipulate your windows. So you can also create super complex scenarios using Hamerspoon. If you're not afraid of the complexity, it's definitely worth to check what you can do using Hamerspoon. And before we move on to the last and most interesting part, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's continue. So let's talk about my system for window management. So I use built-in Raycast window management. So as you can see, there's a plenty of different actions, and the beauty of Raycast, I can press Command key and copy deep link for this action, and then I can go to the Stream Deck. I have Stream Deck, and I can assign this action into any button of the Stream Deck. So here you can see my actual setup for Windows management. And this is quite efficient, and I do really like how this works. But this is not only we have with the Raycast. Recently, Raycast provided options to create custom layouts for Windows. And you can create your own layouts. For example, we can put this window here, specify size and position, and then we can add some more, and we can also use multi-monitor setup. Also cool feature about that, so when you run this custom layout, it not only plays windows, it's also run those applications. For example, at the beginning of the day, you can run a set of applications, and this layout put those applications into this certain position on the screen. That's actually super cool. Okay, and here we come to a completely different approach for Windows management in macOS or wherever you want to manage it. It's tiling window managers. It's there's 3 of them available for now. It's Yabai, it's Amethyst, and Aerospace. I'm not recommending you install Yabai, because in order to install Yabai, you need to disable system integrity protection. I'm not recommending you to do that. I haven't tried Amethyst, but I heard about Aerospace, and I tried Aerospace. It's a new kid on the block, and it's continuously updating by developer. As you can see, some of those files was updated literally yesterday. So you can install this window manager by using Homebrew. If you don't know what is it, just Google it. It's super simple. And when you install it, it starts shining. So let me explain you what actually is tiling window manager. Let me switch to the empty space, and let's open new window. When we open new window, if it's only one window on this space, it will take all the space of this window. If we open another window, let's try to open, it will divide this space into 2 nodes, left and right. And if we open another one, now it divides by 3. And then we can stack those windows. So if we want to, we can stack it by horizontally, and we can stack it vertically. And if we want to put this window on top of this window, we can switch to it. We can go to the specific menu, and then we can put this window on top of it. And what's the cool about this window manager? Because this window manager don't use spaces, macOS spaces. It's completely rebuilt this process. So if we press into this menu, we see we have this whole bunch of different spaces. All of those digits and letters, it's different spaces. So I can switch to the second workspace, to the third workspace, and all that stuff. So I can move window between them. So Alt-Shift-3. And now this window available on the space number 3, and then move it back. And as we can see, we can easily switch between different spaces. It's super fast and work absolutely instantly. And another cool feature about that, so you can specify where you want to open specific applications. For example, you want to open your browser every time on the workspace B. And every time you open browser, it will be available to you in workspace B, and you can switch to it instantly just pressing Alt B. And for example, you want to open Notion on the workspace N, and it will be available to you in workspace N. So you know where's actually all your apps, and you can switch between them so quick. So we've tested over 17 window managers, and I hope you find the perfect one for your needs. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video.